So today we will be starting with advances in fish and fisheries. First we will write the introduction, the history and scope of aquaculture and different kinds of aquaculture. In this first video we have the introduction, history and scope of aquaculture. If we get a question about what is aquaculture, first we will write the introduction and the definition of aquaculture. The word aquaculture refers to all forms of culture of aquatic animals in fresh, brackish and marine environment. Aquaculture is used to denote the types of culture techniques: pond culture, raceway culture, cage culture, pen culture, etc. It also used to denote the type of organism which are cultured, and it is also used the environment in which the culture is done. Also, the specific character of the environment is also important in aquaculture. If we get a question what is aquaculture and write what aquaculture is used to denote, so we can write these 4 points, then we can carry on with our answer. The history of aquaculture. If we get a question about what is the history of aquaculture, we can write these 4 points, these 5 points, and then we can elaborate them. So 70% of Earth's surface is covered with water, which offers a three-dimensional living space, which is filled with aquatic animals and plants. So the first fish ponds were estimated to be built around 4,000 years ago. We don't know why they were made, and we also don't know what was the motive, but we can summarize that it must have been made to provide an easily obtainable fish food or fresh food in the tough times or in the times of bad weather or bad climate. So around 4,000 years ago, in the Middle East, near the fertile crescent of Tigris and Euphrates. So Tigris is a river in Turkey or near Turkey. We can memorize this: Tigris and Euphrates from Middle East. They were fertile back then. Now they're not that fertile. This is a barren land. They were built by Sumerians in their temples. So fish ponds were built by Sumerians in their temples near the crescent of Tigris and Euphrates around 4,000 years ago. Assyrians followed this concept later. So if we have to memorize the Assyrians, we can memorize this by Syria. They must have been the forefathers of the Syrians, or Syria area near the Syria in the Middle East, of course. If we have to elaborate the history of aquaculture, we can write these 4 points, these basic major points: that Egyptians were interested in the fish culture and they have an evidence that in an Egyptian tomb tilapia was being fished out. We have an engraving, pictorial engraving of an ancient Egyptian tomb, that the fish tilapia is being fished out of a pond. Various species were also found mummified in that tomb or nearby tomb: tilapia, Nile, perch and mormyrus. Romans' interest in fish culture can be found in the book Marcus Terentius Varro. We can memorize this Marcus Terentius Varro from MTV, like from the first words M and T and V. Marcus Terentius Varro. Romans had 2 types of fish ponds: dulcis and martime. So the first type of fish pond was owned by peasants for food and profit. The second type was owned by wealthy aristocrat. Even in India, in the West Bengal, near the areas of West Bengal, we have fish ponds there. The book also tells us about the transport of fish eggs, and stripping methods were also involved. In the book Marcus Terentius Varro, we have 2 types of ponds. Then we have the writings about how the fish eggs were transported and how the stripping methods were also involved. Now the fish culture in Indochina and the history related to it. It was practiced in Indochina from many centuries in the systems like pen culture and cage culture, and catfishes were mostly preferred. If we talk about China or Indochina, so catfishes will be on the top example only always. Fishes were artificially fed to attain market size. Thailand and other Asian countries also followed. Vietnam, Thailand, other Asian countries, the smaller islands, they also followed them. Fish culture in India, we find an evidence from the book Arthashastra in Kautilya's Arthashastra. This is a very famous book. Everyone must have heard about it. Arthashastra, and in the work of Mansalotra, King Someswara of Chanakya dynasty described the means of fattening the fish in the book Mansalotra. So we can write in Arthashastra, Mansalotra, there are evidences of fish culture. Of course, if we talk about fish, Bengal, Bihar and Odisha will come. So Bengal, Bihar and Odisha had evidence of stocking ponds in the late 19th century. They were commonly called Bandh. Bandh is a Hindi word for dam. Bandh or something we can tie or make a fish farm from running water. H.C. Wilson guided the first fish farm in Tamil Nadu, and ICAR and CIFR are the major modern fish farms. H.C. Wilson had the first fish farm with facilities of breeding, rearing and stocking calves, and Dr. Sundarlal Hora in West Bengal. They are the major guides for the fish farm. Now, importance, aims and objective of aquaculture. If we get a question about what is the importance of aquaculture, first we will write that definition, that is 4 and 5 points. Then we can write a little bit of history, the 4 points, the 6 points that in the first part. Then we can start with the importance, that aquaculture is important and the fishes and shrimp and the shellfishes are the major source of protein for nearly 4,000 years. It is one of the fastest growing food production because fish is a great source of protein. It is of great value in modern food supply. Globally, 20% of fishes and shellfish production is attributed to aquaculture, and 21 million metric tons out of 112 million metric tons is a product of aquaculture, like 21 out of 112. So 21 million metric ton is a product of aquaculture, and the 1/4 of the fish consumed is a product of aquaculture worldwide. Main objective obtained through aquaculture is to boost our national economy by increasing per capita production for per capita consumption and per capita income. If we cannot memorize this long line, we cannot write it in a short form that we need to boost our national economy. To create employment opportunities, to properly utilize the available water resources, to earn a foreign exchange, to fulfill sport and game purposes by culturing trout and mahseer. Like we can culture the bait fishes to catch the bigger fishes. To culture fishes of ornamental value like black molly, red swordtail, blue gourami and the kissing gourami. Trouts and mahseer. This is a trout and mahseer. To culture larvicidal fishes with a view to control mosquito larvae. So we can culture the larvicidal fishes which eat the mosquito larvae, and we can uplift the socio-economic status of the people. The jobs and career scopes, this is not available in any book. I found it from the internet and other Wikipedia sites. The lucrative job opportunities are available for fisheries graduates. After possessing the degree of BFSC, you can apply for the post instructor, research assistant, biochemist, biologist, technicians, etc. And you can also apply in the fisheries department of state government for post inspector of fisheries and fisheries extension officer and fisheries development officer. We can memorize by the short forms. If we get a short answer, if we have to write a little bit about jobs and career scopes, the central agencies also recruit fisheries graduates. So they can be Marine Product Export Development Authorities, EIA, CAA, FSSAI. So if we can memorize this FSSAI, FSI, NIO, Oceanography, these 4 points are enough. So we can also get an opportunity to work abroad, while you can do business in the field of aquaculture. Fish processing, export and import, fisheries professional are demanded in African countries. So this can be another 4th point. We only have to write a small part. The job titles of the fisheries: fisheries biologist, fisheries extension officer, fishery manager, fishery technician, fishery observer, assistant fisheries development officer, district fisheries development officer. And the books and the study materials from which the slides have been made, these are these books, and majorly it was S.S. Khanna and P.K. Gupta, P.C. Gupta and S.K. Gupta from S. Chand. Thank you, and subscribe and like the video.